This is one of the greatest questions that you can ask yourself every day. And that is, what would your future self expect you to do today? What actions would that person want you today to make? What decisions? What choices? To understand this theory in deeper, I'm going to illustrate this. Imagine this guy. This is like your friend, but instead, this friend lives in a future bubble. All right, an imaginary friend. You can just imagine that. And it's something to do with you today. It's related to who you are today. Both are same versions, but different variations. And one thing to understand is that the decisions that you are going to make today at this current moment right now, most of us think that it's going to serve us at this present moment right here, the now, or the today. But in reality, it doesn't work this way. Whatever decisions that you make, majority of the decisions, especially those big ones, are going to serve instead your future self. They are going to have an impact on your future self. It can be the self of you in the next 24 hours, the next week, the next year, or even the ongoing decades. Decisions are going to shape your story that you tell yourself and your memory, and also make up part of what your life is going to be like. It's a series of decisions. Remember, it's not just one decision, but a lot of decisions accumulated that are going to make up your values and your characters and the type of story that you want to tell yourself, really. And so what this does is, the effect of asking this question, what would the future self want you to do right now, is that it tries to depersonalize any sort of bias. Forgive me for my handwriting. But this is very important, because with everything that's going on in today's world, we have so much information, so much technology, that it feels so overwhelming that we have so many choices to make, and we're filled with stress. We have work and all these things. And so thinking about your future self helps you to really de-gratify your desires now. To take a step back, to not immediately react or to gratify the desires that you have now. And it shows that you're thinking better for yourself. You're thinking of this version of yourself who's going to live with whatever you make today. So you're showing yourself love. You're showing yourself respect by asking yourself this question. And it might seem silly and awkward. What am I supposed to do? Like, ask myself, talk to myself? Yes, that is exactly what it does. Talk to yourself, ask yourself, what would you in 24 hours want you today to do? And what you can do is you can also thwart the timeline. It doesn't have to be like the next 24 hours. You can break that timeline barrier and go further and further and further to maybe the next year, the next 5 years, or even the next decade. So it doesn't have to be weeks or months. It can be some maybe lifelong decisions about marriage. Would you want to spend a lifelong, decades of your time with this person? Do you think this person's worth spending time with, worth your love, your respect, your time and energy, and that you're going to get married together? If we don't ask this question, if we don't want to think for our future selves or that friend of ours, which is the tomorrow us, we always live to regret it. And there are going to be regrets in our life, and we can't change that. It's a fact. What we can do is, moving on, think about ourselves in the future. In 24 hours, would I still want me now to do this decision? What would you want your future self to visualize you to be now, called the anti-vision. Instead of the vision, a normal vision is one that which you look at what your future self wants. Where do you want to be in the future? But instead, an anti-vision goes the other way around. So the anti-vision is like visualizing what your future self wants you to do now. Would it want you to make that decision? What kind of stance would the future self want you to take in order to serve that version? And to sum up this video, I would say you live with the choices that you've made. So make decisions carefully. Make sure they serve for your future self and for the greater good in the future, so that you can live up to those decisions and you can tell the story that the way you want it to be told or the way you envisioned it to be.